Welcome to The Hooch, where the only place more messed up than your hosts is the barracks on a Friday night or the VA. So get ready to stand by for your weekly dose of toilet humor and shenanigans from your fellow veterans, Coy Mack and Michael Grizzled Grunt Harris.
And welcome back to The Hooch, everybody. We got myself, Coy Mack, Michael Harris, Kyla, Nick, can't pronounce your last name, and Leah, can't pronounce your last name either. So you guys can introduce yourselves.
But I thought I was the intro.
You were, but you froze. I don't know what happened there.
Most people on social media call him Freedom Sauce.
Freedom Sauce. That's who it is.
Mr. 75,000 followers.
Somebody else.
Mr.
That's not
Italian
this guy.
Stallion over here.
That's
Right.
probably also somebody else. I'm a massive disappointment.
Yeah,
I
I
say
remember
the same
those
thing.
days. Anyway, so we also have some really awesome t-shirts that Mike and Kai are wearing. So we actually have some apparel now. We have Hooch shirts. If you guys would like those, let us know. We'll send you to where they're going to be at eventually, sometime soon.
If you like our
They do have-
check out AmericanSugarPullers.com, and you can use promo code The Hooch. You'll find these shirts there because we're going to go put them
Yeah.
up there. Or these are just sample shirts because we really haven't figured out how we want to do our shirts yet.
We just needed something. I think we had to produce something for you guys so you could stare at them.
My
I guess.
titties.
I don't know.
My man boobs.
Yeah,
My
my man
boobs.
boobs. My man boobs
That I'm
too.
about to get
I'm
rid
sorry.
of.
Yeah, same here. I gotta get rid of mine.
One bigger.
I realized that if I was running in the zombie apocalypse, I would totally be the first guy eaten.
That's good
So-
because
No,
I
Well, actually, no, sorry. I would be the second guy because Kai would
No,
be the first.
correction. If you guys ever seen the video with the combat veteran that I did for Veterans Day last year, I can run my fucking ass off.
I want to see.
Boy, I will tackle you just so that you fall to the ground, and I'll get right back up.
If there's
I
a
just
zombie
have to stay
apocalypse,
one arm
nobody
length
will
away.
be able to like run with a pizza in front of you. That's why you
I
look
don't-
that fat.
I mean, you can make the fat joke all you want. Just remember, I'm eating that box later.
So here's what we're gonna do. Sometime we're gonna have Kai and Koi do a 50-meter dash.
I'm down for
Oh yeah.
I am so
I
down
don't want to
for
do a
this.
50-meter
See
dash.
whose knees bust first.
You know,
All right, as long as we're
You gotta
doing
be
it in
the
super
flat girl.
slow-mo so you can watch all the jiggles that happen. Like
Yes.
we'll wear like really tight shirts as
So-
we do it, and you can wet us down with hoses as we're running through
Oh,
them.
God.
Yeah, we'll do that.
just choked on a French fry. That's nasty.
So anyway, we got a lot of different topics to talk about tonight. We've got, oh god, there's so many stupid things that are happening right now. So we got Facebook under fire for being their facial recognition program that they use. You know, that everybody tags with and they tag each other with. Like now that's apparently a thing that's getting them sued. The city employees that's telling them to remove the flags. I don't know if you heard about that. It happened in Jacksonville. We'll go into more detail later. Dick's Sporting Goods is also getting rid of all their guns instead of giving them away to good homes where they need it. You know, I'm totally pro-gun and pro-life, so let's, you know, give all these precious guns to people that actually want them instead of destroying them. And Starbucks is closing down 8,000 stores for basically racial bias training.
I
And
think,
know we're gonna do that.
I think we should be allowed to do up to 99th trimester abortions. So if someone's retarded by the time they're 33, just pop 'em.
Right, just go ahead and
No,
just go ahead and do it.
No, that's bad.
And there's
So
going to be
bad.
talks. If you haven't been watching the news, there's going to be some talks too that North Korea and South Korea, along with the U.S., are getting together, and they're probably going to try to officially end the Korean War.
So it's
after
not
65
official though,
years.
right?
No, that's official. That's
Not until May-
they're
what is it?
in
Is it
talks
May 28th?
about it right now. Yeah, something
So
like that. It's
Kim
not until next month.
Jong-un and Ping Pong Pong have come to an agreement.
Why am I the only one that has to say that's racist, Mike? Every time you do
I
this.
just said that
I
was
don't know
racist.
because social media tells me black people can't be racist.
In order to
So you're
stand for
just gonna prove everybody wrong. It's like, look, I can be
I'll just
racist.
say the most wild racist shit ever.
It's
okay.
not
I could totally
racist.
be racist.
It's just the sound that a pot makes when you throw it down the hallway, right?
Exactly. Bing,
It's
bong,
not.
bong.
It's not a pot. It's a walk. What's a sound a walk makes when you throw it down the hallway?
Oh.
Bing bong bong.
That is offensive to Asian Americans and
Coy,
all
are you offended?
Asians everywhere.
Or are you just white knighting?
Well, I knew you were gonna. Every time I mention anything Asian, you're like, open your eyes. Why are you doing that? You know, kind of situation. That is not fair. That is not funny. That is not cool. I do not. I do.
It's only racist because you said walk. That's why I said pan. So it doesn't make me racist.
A wash pan.
Chatamata kudasai.
Oh,
Chisai,
God.
chisai chimpo, uki chimpo.
I
You
mean,
sound like
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt right now. dude.
Okay, well,
he looks like
Anyway,
Jabba the Hutt too.
Ooh.
Leah, I don't know if you've seen our show before, but we usually start the show off with a question of the day, and I want you to come up with one right now. It can be a what if question. It can be something off the wall, balls crazy. Just go ahead and shoot one out.
Mm.
What's your favorite fetish?
Damn it! Why did I?
so
Why did I
glad
do
you
that?
asked
No,
this
I am totally regretting that decision to let you decide. But okay, Michael, you go first.
Ooh, my favorite fetish is probably I like it rough. Oh, I like the anger porn. You know, just the
Well, that's not stereotypical at all, is it,
just
Michael?
the angry big black dick porn. You know, just go drilling the fuck out of her while she's
Oh
you to
god,
stop, but you don't.
why is everything ending in sex with you people?
Sounds
Yes, you
salty.
guys, you
She's taking
terrible,
every,
terrible.
She's taking every inch like a champ because she's getting paid to do it.
Yeah, I'm getting so.
I know.
turned on.
Wow, that's
And it's even better if she can
Wow.
take every inch. If she can take it, I'm just like,
All 4 inches. All
Should-
4 inches.
Yeah.
all 4 inches. Yes.
You better add
Yes.
5 to that.
Shouldn't we have asked Leah first? Because I mean, she is a chick.
Hold on, no. I came up with the question.
Yeah,
So.
so
She gets to go last for that one. We'll all the guys will have to go first. Which
She
we
got-
outnumber
the man, the myth.
the man. Freedom Plus, go ahead. What is it?
Are we skipping Kai on this one?
No. I'm gonna come.
No, no.
back.
We'll go back to Kai. We're
So-
gonna leave the Asians for last.
Leave the Asians for last.
I ain't
Oh,
hung like an Asian. I can promise you that.
No.
I'll talk
Bullshit. I've seen.
I will pull my dick out.
Don't. There's a nice.
For the love of God.
That's my
Okay.
There's a very nice
so
dog there.
favorite fetish. Let's think about this for a minute. Whew.
Better be my fetish.
Oh, like the groceries. Oh man.
No, never has so much ridden on one answer.
Never so much written on one answer. Oh man.
All I know is I have 27.
Do not say feet. For the love of God, do not say feet.
What the hell? No. Actually, I used to.
Oh, yeah,
with
yeah,
that kind of
mhm.
thing. It was weird. All right, so I think
Feet
my
are weird.
go-to. You know the. Okay.
We're getting really personal
Yeah,
tonight.
we're about to.
Do I need a pen to write this down?
Write it down.
Yeah.
Going
Okay.
down. 'Cause I'm gonna tell
Got
you.
it. We're doing it.
It's like
Okay. She's writing. She's literally getting a pen and pad, and she's gonna write it down right now.
9 inches.
See, have you guys seen the ones where the MILF is like walking through the grocery store, like wearing awkwardly like tight skirts and shit like that, and
Yes.
the guy's like, "Hey, I lost my puppy. Do you want to bang?" And like, let's go back to your place.
You mean really bad scripted porn?
Actually, you know what? That is a very good point. I like the cheesiest, most just
I have a large pizza
yeah,
with
like
There's a hole in this pizza.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah, and my
the Italian sausage. that
yeah,
brought
oh
you.
yeah, like remember that movie Pirates?
Yes.
That was a great-
Yes, I
that was
do.
great.
That was like the big thing when I was still in. Like people were getting like this second version of that
Dude,
was just coming out
the Star Wars, they did
10 years ago. You know, kind of situation.
My favorite thing that they have every Wednesday night at one of the bars out here is called Titty Bingo, where they play a porno. They censor out most of the penetration parts, but they play parody movies of porn that are going on right now.
Where the hell do they do this?
Dude, we're gonna
Right.
go with eyeball.
Okay, so Freedom Sauce loves the cheesy porn. So Kai, what is yours?
For the most part, casting couch, bro. Casting couch pies. After casting couch, then cream pies. Then it goes to romantic porn.
We don't need a list. We don't need a list.
Like
I don't need your browser history as
So-
we go.
Okay.
It's called not just the 4K, but there's like some
Tiny 4K, yeah.
Oh no, not tiny 4K, dude. I mean, then it comes with a midget cream pie porn.
Oh,
After midget cream pie porn, Mike hates.
You're gonna make Michael
Why
sick
is it
because
all
I know.
porn, like watching
No, no,
porn?
no,
Do
no,
you guys not
actually-
have sex?
So in real life, I like Puerto Rican girl.
No,
Um,
they don't.
actually, Kai, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go and elaborate on because she did bring up a good point. Not your favorite kind of porn. What's your fetish?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thing that gets you riled,
Well,
gets you going?
for me, I am a man who's covered in a few tattoos. I think there is nothing hotter than a very, very well put together woman covered in tattoos.
True.
I think that was a hint.
I'm sweating.
I'm not covered in tattoos, so I can't. help you there.
If it would have to be like the standard
Stop.
issue for me is
Bro.
like, man, like
What's that?
boobs.
Shut
Boobs
down.
are the main fetish, man. Like it's the boobs of all sizes, shapes, and kinds.
If we're gonna go with that, then
Well, I got to go to mine then. My real one. Go ahead. Kai.
Okay, god damn it.
Go to the real one.
Thank you.
besides Hispanics,
Thank you.
besides Hispanic chicks, that would be mine. Hispanics, then white girls.
That's a racial preference. That's not a fetish.
Okay, here. Let's
Like
let's
if you would have
see.
came out with like saying I like a pregnant Mexican lady, that would be a
That's
fetish.
Yes. Pregnant women. That's a fetish.
Okay, so my fetish
Or lactation or any of those other things that are associated with
in
that.
our house, and I'm coming in like a thief, getting ready to rob her.
Role play is a fetish.
She's sitting there like, "Hey, I'm just like, I'm here to rob you." She's like, "Rob what?" That's vagina. You know, I'm just
No. You should have the reverse of that. Have her break in and say, "I'm the cock bandit."
you know, just she's sitting here and she's like getting all turned on. I'm stealing her shit, and she takes off her clothes and she's flipping a bean on the couch. And just
And then somehow the cops break down Mike's door.
and then they're like, either we arrest you or you bang her. I'm like, okay.
All I know-
Are you gonna have Nick like playing
Damn.
that fantasy too, since he was a cop?
That visual even turned me on. Damn it.
That's good.
Mm.
I mean, all I
You
know,
get a little moist.
all I know,
So
So
moist.
moist.
Your turn.
I mean, I
moisty.
like BDSM. I don't like being in full pain, just that light pain.
Okay, we don't care what you
Yeah,
like
he
anymore.
likes 50 Shades of Grey, kind of like softiness,
All right.
All right, your
not the
turn.
real stuff.
All right, Koi. Wow us. What do you got?
Koi, what?
Oh,
Well, I just said mine. I go with the standard, man. Boobs, like boobs of
Okay.
sorts and shapes
Okay.
and sizes. Like I'm good with a nice, one. No, when I was younger though, there was a time that I was like really attracted to like certain neck angles. It was weird, like the shoulder and neck thing. It was something there. I don't know. It was weird.
You had good elbows.
passed.
Turned me on.
Good. I know the good little elbows.
Yeah.
That weenus is my
Noble
specialty.
thrashing.
I
I
love
liked
it.
it.
You got a purty weenus. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Kind of. That's great. Okay. Anyway, so what is yours? Since we've already gone through our stuff.
Literally on the edge of my seat.
Stuck on my toes and I'll love you forever.
As long as they're clean.
That happened.
Yeah, I ain't doing that with you.
That
Got
is-
Kmart feet.
Mm.
You got the people from Walmart feet, and they happen.
No, yeah. Have you been walking around your house for a long, extended period of time and it
If
looks
you can
black?
climb
Then
trees
no, not
Barefoot.
happening.
It's not happening.
No,
Lips
but
now.
honestly, I like outside of that kind of stuff because I definitely like my ass being eaten and I definitely love sucking on my toe, like my toes being sucked. I love a guy with like a really. I think the sexiest thing on a guy is their back. I know it's weird, but I have a thing for back.
Do you like gorilla backs, as in really hairy backs?
I have an awesome back tattoo.
I don't
have.
like wet back.
You don't like wetbacks?
I don't know.
I don't do wet back.
Good thing I'm white.
Good thing I'm Italian.
I'm talking
Oh,
about literally wet, you fucking racist prick.
And I was like, that's so racist. It's on half. So,
I know. Like, which half of you is offended right now?
The lower half.
It's half with the hairy back or the wet back.
Right.
Oh, man.
No, I like
Oh,
broad
God.
backs. I like, obviously guys who work out, which are not Kai. So like,
Oh. Oh. Ow.
Hey,
That
well,
was-
lucky for you.
Do you need some aloe vera for that burn?
Yeah.
Mm.
That's literally.
oh, she's so awesome.
I know, right?
Well, I'm now officially EMT, so I can help take care of you,
Oh, you,
Ooh.
I've fallen like
or just
For
let
the-
you die.
for
I
the
don't give a
burns.
fuck.
you love the shit out of me.
Okay, anyway, changing subject. I think we've had 15 minutes of that. That's cool.
I did mention eating my ass, though, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
did. You
Yeah.
you
Hey, what I
definitely
mentioned
did.
I wanted to
Nick.
I
knows.
wrote that in my
Nick
notebook.
Take notes,
Nick
Nick.
now knows, and he's going to be looking forward to that.
I will-
Anyway, so first topic we're going to talk about today, we're going to go into the whole Facebook lawsuit. So basically the lawsuit is over Facebook saying there's an Illinois group that's suing them for that, is that Facebook collects and stores biometric data of users as a part of a face template without prior notice or consent. That's what the whole lawsuit's over. The company's been using the tool since 2011, which tags tag suggestions, which suggests who to tag in an uploaded photo. The lawsuit filed in 2015 claims that violates the Illinois law on privacy of biometric identification data, which the court has upheld and said they have sufficiently cohesive, whatever the fuck that means. But that's where we are right now with that. What are your thoughts? I mean, I kind of already figured that. I knew they were doing that kind of thing. I don't know why anybody's surprised that Facebook has your facial data. They've had all kinds of data about you. Basically everything they know about you is on the platform. I mean, I don't know why anybody's surprised that they were selling it to people.
I mean-
You're exactly right.
Well,
They've been doing this for a while. You can like Google search images and take
Mhm.
someone's image that you took like on the street and match it up and find their Facebook, find their MySpace, find all these things. It's been like that for a
You
long
can
time.
virtually stalk somebody without ever actually getting in trouble.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally, that scares the shit out of me, even though it's been going on forever.
Yeah, it should.
For one, there was this video going around for a little while about those killer bots. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember
The
those
killer
killer
bots?
bots? Where this guy threw them up in the air and it recognized its target's face and it killed everyone.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
you didn't see that
that's-
video?
that sounds like
Find
fun.
it. Go remember, it's called the Killer Bots, and it was these guy. He had these,
I've
he
never
had
seen
these-
that one.
killing
Yeah.
people?
he had these little drones, and he was like this little drone. He threw it up, and he had his dummy. So the dummy was that drone's facial recognition. So the drone was flying around, it saw the face, went in, it shot a little projectile through the dummy's face. It's freaking crazy. So, stuff like that scares me, man, because, I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist per se. And just imagine.
I had no idea.
And so just imagine our
Who knew?
government coming up with some technology like that. Like, okay, we got to take out all these right-leaning people. We don't agree with what the fuck they have to say. We have their information from Facebook. We can throw these drones in the air and we can take them out without anyone ever knowing how the fuck happened. They would never know.
It's called a
So-
secret genocide
yeah,
if you
so
did it that way.
That
But
video is out there.
all
You
right.
can look for it, Coy. It's a drone, killer drone. I think if you search it, killer drone. It's crazy.
I'll try.
Yeah, I'm serious, dude. It's freaky as hell. And the fact that they have our information, even though, every time you pull my face up, it says I'm my mom. So it goes, whenever I post a picture of myself, it says I'm my mom. I'm just like, no.
The
Go ahead. Send it to Gina.
okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. So, I mean, I don't think we should allow anyone to have that much information about us because my
No, I
my
mean,
son
especially the
looks-
government, you
my
don't want
son
them.
looks like me, so you got to think about things like that, So he's not.
Oh,
even,
speaking of which, did you know that with twins they can actually unlock your facial recognition phones?
My sister tried that. Didn't work.
Well, you have to be closer together, twins.
No,
than-
my twin sisters tried that. It didn't work.
so,
yeah, but you're not the same sex. It works on the same sex. I think.
My twin
His sisters who are twins.
sisters. They're twins.
Oh, twin sisters.
So, what do you have to say about facial recognition?
It's I mean, when the filters started coming out, like people putting dogs on their faces and shit, and I saw a joke, a meme. It said CIA's biggest breakthrough ever was the little filter things getting everyone's face and stuff. That's got to be true, especially after this, man. I mean,
Speaking,
just from law enforcement. I mean, facial recognition software is very real. It is very, very good, and it is not out of the reach of.
Oh, this is
Hold on.
this is something else.
hold on, I'm gonna send you that. There's a link. There was an ecstasy dealer who was actually just busted on Facebook. They scanned his thumbprint, and he was already in the system with priors. and I forget what police department, but I'm gonna send you that link too as well.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
So, Nick, continue with what you were saying.
No, just you know, it's one of those things. Kind of, Corey, you kind of hit the nail on the head with it. Where I mean, what did people expect? You're putting all of this information on the internet. You're putting all this stuff up on there. Anybody opens up their phone, you know, and Google something on Amazon, like they're looking, or sorry, Google something on Amazon. I sound like an idiot. But anybody picks up like a pair of floaties on Amazon, then you don't buy it. You go onto Facebook, and then bam, you see an ad for floaties.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what's going on. I mean, Facebook has eyes in your phone. I mean,
also ears.
Yep.
I was having a conversation with someone about a certain medication, and it literally popped up on my phone, popped up on my Instagram, popped up on my Facebook, and I was just talking about it only once. It was something for like antacid or something, and it popped up. I was like, I don't remember texting it. It wasn't on Facebook. It just randomly popped up. That shit's crazy.
Yep.
The fact that they can listen to you.
We just switched to Geico and got
Yep.
more.
I don't care if they. Honestly, I'm not that scared. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have kids. I don't have a family. It's really just me. I'm not scared that people can, you know, get on Facebook with my picture and find me. I mean, if you want to fucking kill me, you're gonna find a way to kill me anyway. So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not too fearful of that. My issue is the voice recording stuff. That shit kind of scares me.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think that Mark Zuckerberg even tapes all of his webcams. Like, if you see him in any official photos with any kind of electronics near him that have a camera, he's got it marked down. Like, you'll see it.
He also has the device for his mic.
He knows they're listening.
Mm-hmm.
did you get it?
The other story that he's talking about, yeah.
So the droid one.
No, I didn't. That was from crap. What's the show called?
Yeah, but it's a show. But that's the type of technology that they are creating.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
That's from a TV show?
Yeah, it is from a TV show. Anyway, so what you're talking about with the WhatsApp thing. So a fingerprint pulled from a WhatsApp image leads to multiple drug convictions in the UK. The police used a partial fingerprint to drawn from a WhatsApp photo in securing 11 convictions related to drug trafficking in Wales. UK Representative South Wales Police told the BBC that the approach was groundbreaking and highlighted the potential leverage evidence found on the phones of the suspects.
Oh yeah. That's
So I mean, this isn't in America, but I could see how this could be used. But then it could also be a violation of the Constitution at the same time, because Fourth Amendment rights and all that jazz.
You know, Fourth Amendment right. You know, think about this. You know, you're from a police officer standpoint, you collect a fingerprint on a crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
You end up getting a conviction off that. You know, you end up being able to make an arrest, get a conviction off everything. That suspect has no reasonable expectation of privacy to his thumbprint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, Fourth Amendment, honestly, in my opinion, you know, for what it's worth, I think there's no violation of privacy there whatsoever. You put the information out there voluntarily. What do you expect? You know?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, I get that argument because, like, I said it earlier. Is like, at some point you have to understand that those terms of service either outweigh your right to privacy, or you really want to use their service or product. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Do you want to use Facebook? Do you want to use your new iPhone, especially with that facial recognition, or you want to use your Android because they had it 2 years before Apple did?
Yeah, and I understand where you're coming from with that, but in a country that has a constitution, so if I open a company in America, under that company, I should always think of myself. There should be constitutional stipulations within that. You know, you live in a country that respects the Constitution. You live under the Constitution. So anytime you open up a company and you go against the Constitution, you're going against everything this country stands for. So yeah, I got it. You're a private company. You can do whatever you want with our information, but you live under the same Constitution the rest of us do. And the minute you get sued, you're going to be talking about those constitutional rights, the same constitutional rights that you violated for everyone that uses your product.
But what?
Yeah.
If,
No,
that is a
that's
very,
very
very
true.
good point. But playing devil's advocate with it, what if you openly consented to them using that information?
Yes, but you know, when it comes to consent, especially with Facebook, so terms of agreement, it's about 1,000 pages
That nobody ever reads.
No one reads.
No
it.
reads.
You know,
Nobody
one reads it. You
does.
just click.
There was a story a long while ago of a guy that did that, where he amended his bank's terms of service, and he actually got away with it. And I think they had to give him money or something like that. I don't remember what the story was. I'll have to look it up.
I need to go to my bank then.
That'd be a
I
great
would say
skit.
fact check that though, because I feel like a lot of the times people just pull up bullshit stories. So it's
Mhm.
to believe that as well. Because I mean, maybe, yeah, possibly, but I bet you that'd be the only case that ever happens for. That shit ain't gonna happen again.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or
One guy ruined it for all of us.
one man.
One man.
Who always
One
fucks it
man.
up.
On a
It's like
mission.
that. Have you ever heard about the person who went to the bank and paid them nothing but like pennies and nickels and shit?
You sure
Mhm.
it
They
wasn't?
only had one.
Was it a bank? Are you sure it wasn't that?
No, it was a traffic court fine.
Yep.
There
He
was a
paid it
tra-
all in pennies.
No, there's been more than one. I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
never
either way,
mind.
you really can't. Like, they can refuse to take that payment.
Oh yeah, no, they totally can.
So yeah, this is actually a real story. It was I think it was NASDAQ, but it was Telegraph as well.
Can't see it.
He basically made his own rules for his credit card and sued his bank for not sticking to.
Hey, we can't see
its-
it, Coy.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I got you. No
Or we
worries.
can't have nice things.
No kidding. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, a man who created his own credit card sues bank for not sticking to terms.
That's awesome. I'm gonna go
Damn, I
make my
should have
own.
thought of that.
Right?
Damn. It's like when you
Wow.
watch
So,
Shark Tank.
oh yeah, so Mr. Marco's version of the contract contained a 0 interest rate and no fees and no credit limit. Every time the bank failed to comply with his rules, he would fine them 3 rubles. 3 million rubles.
Where was he
which is
from?
58. It was in Russia.
Oh,
And he tried to cancel
Russia.
and if they tried to cancel the contract, it would have paid him 6 million.
Well, damn Putin.
Right? So that's kind of funny that he was able to do that.
That's funny,
Yeah,
isn't it?
but
not gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
Facial recognition, though it's a thing, should
Yeah.
terrify people.
Yeah, totally.
Not to the point to where you're walking around every day like, oh my god, I'm so scared. Just to the point to where somebody looks like you. And
Well, the potential, yeah.
yeah,
But then
Right.
again, we all know on
Cameras.
Facebook,
Camera.
and Snapchat, and Instagram, our faces are everywhere. You can go
Sure.
like our faces
Camera.
are everywhere. The way that our society is these days. So
well, they should find an app for child support dick recognition. Because there's dick everywhere.
Right.
It took me a second for that to register, and I'm
They're like, pull out your dick. What?
I
what?
Let me smell your dick.
I can upload so many dick pics onto those apps.
That's pretty funny. So
Keep off.
Oh, look
You
at
damn it.
George.
You keep
Yeah, look at the veins.
you keep
Right.
dick pics? That's crazy.
Huh? No, so what would happen was every time someone would send me a dick pic, I would put it in my group chat with all my girlfriends, and we would just rip it. We'd make fun of the fucking dick and the guy with the dick.
Okay. Hence, don't send unsolicited dick pics. You missed our last episode where we were talking about the average penis size. So
For you
that
guys,
would have been a.
You know
No, for like the world.
But
like the
ask
world.
her, what do you think the average penis size?
Oh yeah, that's
is
actually a
in
good
America?
question. So, what do you think
well,
is the
that's a
average?
hard one because you men will say like 6 inches.
No. What do you think the scientific average is?
In America.
No, not America. The world. Let's just go with the
World.
world. It's easier.
Mm,
Just give a number.
4.5.
Oh, you gave us 1 inch less. Thank you.
That
That's
chick-
nice. It's
Look-
actually 5.5.
5.5.
That's
Yeah, for
So
global
did they
average.
measure the penises, or did they just go by what they said?
I have no clue. I just pulled up a
So
picture
what's
on the internet.
measuring? So going back to that, what's measuring?
Can you imagine being the scientist who's like, you know what? I gotta solve this.
What's the proper way to measure a penis? From what I read in my research when I was like 18 years old and 17 years old, was it's from the base of the shaft, of like the pelvic bone itself, all the way up.
And is it erected or non? Because I know there's some who are
Erected,
strollers,
obviously
strollers.
erected. Why would you just do a
Okay.
flaccid,
All right.
limpy, dicky penis?
All right.
Nobody
all
does
right,
that.
So there's erected and there's full blown rager. So there's erected to where it's.
Are we
Okay.
gonna measure half mast twos?
then
Like
you
I
have
could tell
ra-
you each level
You have
of
the rager
stage of
look like your penis
arousal.
is about to explode. So I mean, come on.
It doesn't give you any more inches once it's like fully erect. That's
shit.
it, man. Like you might get like a little bit more girth because of the blood flow, but that's all you're getting, man. You're not getting an extra inch. I'm just telling you.
You know, these days it's not even about like the length. I think it's more about the thickness. Because if you have like a little pencil, go somewhere else with that.
Pencil and long, but instead cocaine and small.
But what if it's both?
I'm not trying
Then
to poke
I
and
am
prod
sorry.
it, you know what I mean?
Right.
I want like a
What
full...
if it's both?
What if it's trying to poke and prod you?
What if it's both?
Jesus. Okay, changing subject. We need to go
It's
move
always
on.
sexual with
people.
me. You should have been warned about this.
And nobody warned me that it was going to turn into a sexual conversation. We should have actually had sexual topics if that was the case. But
That's
we're-
perfect.
I can turn
moving on.
every topic into a sexual topic.
Do it.
Okay.
My
What
gift.
you do?
anyway,
She's a dude.
so
she's like the opposite of Caitlyn Jenner because she was actually born a chick.
right.
Okay,
Okay.
moving
So you guys know about the Jacksonville thing, right?
Not too much.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm actually
Okay.
not too familiar. With
Yeah, I
Okay,
know
so
about
there
that.
was a city employee that went into what was the place? It was
It was a bike.
Jaguar Power Sport dealership and demanded that the display of military flags be removed and told a military veteran that he did nothing for this country. The dude actually is a disabled veteran who had taken 3 rounds to his leg.
Good God.
And she's like, you did fucking nothing. And then cited the business for not following their rules and like walked out. Like not even walked out, like stormed out. If you looked at the video, it was pretty crazy. She like gets in the dude's face, points at him directly, and said, "You did nothing," and then walks out.
So is she been? She on
As
amnesty?
Kai
She's
can
been
report on that.
suspended,
Wow.
pending further investigation. Suspended without pay.
And that's in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
military
Actually, I went to this chick's Facebook page, and every comment, no shit, was like cunt,
Mhm.
cunt, 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 bitch, cunt, cunt, cunt.
Yeah.
Every single comment on her page.
That sounded like a beginning of an EDM song right there. Like, cunt,
What
cunt.
was his reaction though? Was he just quiet? Did he comply?
Yeah, no,
Well,
no.
the
The
owner
the
posted
veteran
the
was
video.
just the
owner's
owner was
finance
getting the
manager.
citation, and then the veteran chimed in and is like, dude, I think that's messed up what you're doing, and it was unsolicited. He was just saying, hey, that's messed up. You shouldn't cite him for hanging military flags, because I'm a veteran. And then she went off on it, and it's like, that's great. It only took him 24 hours though, and the city and the mayor of Jacksonville was going, no, we're not those kind of people. We love our veterans. We love everybody.
Well,
I'm sorry. You can keep your flags up there.
Jacksonville itself, Jacksonville, Florida, is it's a military town. I mean, there's some bases.
Yeah, it's a military
around there.
town.
I mean, that's a good time to be in.
It's
Yeah.
That's
fun
the-
city,
I mean,
but at
every-
the same time, it's a shithole too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not a Jaguars fan, so whatever.
So here's the thing: is like when it comes to military towns, as you guys know, is the economy is based, especially in a city, is based around the military there. Right,
Many cities.
like we all know that. Like they're the ones that are buying all the cars, they're the ones that are buying all the groceries, they're the ones that are buying everything. Like because they don't have any other choice. We have to go there or nowhere else. Either that or on post, one of the two, or on base, whichever way you want to say it. I've just been living in Fort Hood area for too long, and now I say post instead of base. Fucking damn it! I'm Marine Corps, and
Hey,
so
Marine.
You're also in the army.
I was in the National Guard, and not the same.
Oh, you were too?
Oh, see,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I
I
was.
was too.
That
Oh
doesn't
wow.
count.
Yeah, see, I got a little Texas tea back here.
Texas
Wait.
teabag? Is that what you said?
Nick, you were a coastie?
No.
no.
No,
Oh,
I
I
was-
was about to say.
No.
No,
I
National
worked on
Guard.
the men's department side.
Yeah.
Fort Hood is one of the perfect examples, by the way, because if
Mm.
Fort Hood would shut down,
Oh.
Killeen and
would be-
Copper's Cove and
Ooh.
Parker Heights, they would all be done. They'd be done.
And
Right.
that city would turn into some fucking hills.
That would be some rebelling and rioting for some really
Kileen's
stupid
a
reasons.
very,
But
very interesting town. Regardless.
yeah, it has a lot of shootings, a lot of people getting
No,
shot and
so
killed.
One time
Very
I had to drive. I
Yeah.
went up there to see Coy one time in Copper's Cove, and I drove through Killeen, and my stomach started hurting. I was just like, oh my god, military town, and there was nothing but car dealership and fucking strip joints, and I was just
so
like,
you went to the
And
strip club.
tattoo
Yeah.
parlors.
yeah, typical
Yeah.
fucking military shithole town.
Yeah, I really wish they would do something about those towns. They like make them prettier or something,
Yeah.
more enticing.
Just
That'd be
put
nice.
More prostitutes on the street.
I hear though that bases on Hawaii are nice.
Schofield Barracks sucks ass, like not in the good way.
But I'm just saying, like the town
If you look
around it,
Cane Bay is
you're
not
in
too bad.
fucking Hawaii. Yeah, Kailua,
Exactly.
where it's filled with multi-million-dollar homes. The town that I grew up in, it's pretty nice. It's a really nice neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly. So instead of
But
me,
then
who got
also you
stationed
the
out in
really
Twin
ghetto
and
part,
Palms.
You got the
So.
one nasty strip club called Porky's. Now, let me tell you about Porky's.
I want to go.
All right, we're going into story time now.
So let me tell you about Porky's.
Let me tell
I'm
you-
sitting down.
Let me tell you
What
about
was
Porky's.
Porky's has one stripper who is my father's classmate. My father graduated Kailua High School class in 1972. Now, if that says anything about the clientele that actually goes there, it is the nastiest strip club I've ever been to. Hot bods and babes, which have a stripper dancing with one leg and C-section scars.
No.
I would rather go get a lap dance from her than Auntie Irma, the 65-year-old lady that dances at Porky's.
Okay, so if we're going to talk strip clubs here, anybody ever heard of the Claremont Lounge in Atlanta?
Yep.
Okay, so the
Did you
Claremont
know?
Lounge.
The swingers club.
So, nope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't been to them.
It's a Atlanta staple, and it's commonly referred to as the place strippers go to die. So there is a certain dancer in there. Her name is Blondie. Blondie is about 5 foot, with blonde hair, and she looks like Humpty Dumpty. She literally looks like literally looks like Humpty Dumpty with hair down to her ass. So my going away party for Iraq, my boys took me there. Blondie is known for crushing full beer cans between her massive tits that go down to her knees. Disgusting. So what do? I get a lap dance from her. So she's got those things wrapped around my head, and she's punching them, like punching, my head. Her tits.
Oh God.
Mid-swing, one of those titties falls, and she ends up connecting me right in the side of the temple. I literally saw stars. I'm on the ground in this nasty fucking place. My buddies are like, "Hey man, you okay?" I'm like, "What just happened?"
He got titty knockout.
Guy from it and everything. So Claremont Lounge.
Good way to die.
America.
No. I've been to Thailand, so like, yeah, there's certain things that are cool and that will scar you.
One thing that if anybody who says I've been to Thailand, I'm just like, you did a lady boy, didn't you?
He did.
No. But I heard stories. Okay, so a buddy of mine was telling me he was hanging out with some expats at one of this bar, and he was telling him that he got a hooker. Didn't realize it was a lady boy until he got into the room and got the pants off, and he's like, "Well, what did you do?" He's like, "What do you think I did? I fucked him." I already paid. It's like, oh God, man, why would you do that? That's what you weren't expecting. It's like, okay, whatever. I already paid for it.
So
yeah, it's like I already paid. I'm getting my money's worth. It's like, okay, man, that's
so I went to the red light district.
40 euro.
Frankfurt. 40 euro, homie.
God, I feel robbed of a military experience by never seeing Europe outside of the.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
My favorite stripper was actually in Waikiki.
Did she give you the sneaky?
She went all the way up this fucking pole and was twerking her ass on the ceiling.
God bless her.
Do you remember what this was? Because
her dick fell out.
I think Kai needs her Facebook information.
No.
Yeah, her dick fell out. I mean, she tried to tuck it in, but it fell out.
Her dick.
Which is still my favorite.
Has on her right now, so.
Bro.
Her dick.
Stop it.
It's just like in there, and then it's just.
Oh my God. So, let me tell you about the time that me and Nick, Freedom was here. Hey, soldier.
The last thing I want to see is a stripper's
dick.
It was
a hard 3-month deployment.
Yeah.
I was hard that 3-month deployment.
It's Thursday.
Dude, no, seriously, think about this for a second. Let's say you're in the strip club, all right? I'm not a big strip club goer, but
yeah.
Let's say you're in there, and let's say you're doing the VIP thing, and you get this chick dancing all over you, and it's fucking going amazing. And then, plop, dick pops out. How do you react?
Right on your shoulder.
Strip clubs, if that happens.
I put my mouth around it and pray to God.
Tell me more.
For forgiveness.
Okay. I think I have to call this one and moving on.
I was gonna say,
moving
on forgiveness, get on your knees and I'll give you forgiveness.
Let me.
Jeez.
Yeah. Tidbit. There is this strip club in Hawaii called Puinsai, and literal
We should
fucking.
probably move on.
I can't even be the adult here. I have to be. Okay, Kai. We need it.
Yeah.
Bye, Kai.
hold on. I'm gonna finish this real fast. So there's a stripper. She
Like you always do.
the more that I keep talking about it, the longer I'm gonna stretch out the story.
Hurry up.
So
Fine, hurry up.
you put $1 on the stage and you fold it in half, right? Like the long ways in half. She will pick it up and then she asks you how you want your change back. She'll give you, if you say, I want 3/4, a dime, 2 nickels, and 5 pennies, she will give it to you.
That's nature's pocket, man. They can put a lot up there, bro.
We call
Jesus.
we call it in the jail system
What's that?
Keystering.
a prison purse.
Yay, prison purses.
And shoot a ping pong ball 40 feet across the room. Okay, I'm done with my story.
Now we're done.
one,
Now
yeah.
we're done. Okay, next story, next
Bruce.
segment. Okay, so Dick's Sporting Goods is going to destroy all unsold firearms pulled from the shelves after the Parkland shooting.
Hey, what if we just go to Sporting Goods and just go take all the guns that they're
Right. So they announced they were going to destroy all the unsold firearms off the shelves. They also said they decided to destroy the assault style rifles instead of returning them to the manufacturer.
What is assault style?
Right.
Is it?
We are in the process of destroying all firearms and accessories that are no longer for sale as a result of February 28th's policy change.
Wow.
And by destroying, they mean they're keeping them all, but they're probably melting away the serial numbers.
No, they say that they're taking them to, what was it? Here, I gotta actually have it. Yeah, the rifles are going to be demolished at distribution centers and delivered to salvage company to be recycled.
Yeah, sure.
So
recycled into more guns, or like what?
No. I mean, they're probably going to get recycled into more guns anyway, like metal wise.
I mean,
but I don't know.
what the hell is this dude thinking to see?
It's honestly it's a PR play. Like that's all it really is.
With that being said, Slide Fire, the same company that makes the bump stock, who created the bump stock, they're going out of business effective May 20th. If you haven't put an order in by then, they will be shutting their website from there. And I mean, that pretty much falls into the same category because they were selling their products at Dick's for the longest time.
Well, Dick's Sporting Goods. Like when I lived in Atlanta, I shopped there a lot. Gym clothes, whatever. I never once considered that place a legit gun store, anyways. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
They might have a shotgun, or they might have a hunting rifle, a 20, or, what. I didn't see them as the big tactical supply, like, here's a Scar 17. Like, I mean,
Right.
yeah, again, Coy, I think you hit the nail on the head once again with it's just a PR play, man.
It's a giant PR play. Leah, what do you think?
They should just give the guns to the school instead.
Just give them all the schools. Let all of the teachers have the guns.
America.
It's just a PR play because it's not going to matter. You really think that the gun that the kid got was from Dick's Sporting Goods? Like,
Shit.
What if it was, and that's why they're doing it? Like, as far as conspiracy theories go, let's say this. Like, let's go down that rabbit hole. What if it was, and that's why they're doing all this, right? Like, they went back in their records and they found out Nicholas Cruz bought an AR-15 from Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dude, Dick's
Parkland.
Completely out of business by now,
Right? No, but I mean, but nobody's looking into that. They're not going to say where he got it from.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they never say where they got the guns from.
Nope.
Unless it was a Fort Hood shooter, then they tell you.
They actually told everyone where you got it from. I can't remember the name of the store, but they ended up having to hire law enforcement because it became public record as soon as
Got it from his
5
neighbor's
days.
fucking garage.
that shouldn't matter. Was
No,
it the kid that bought it?
No, he was legal age when he bought it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that went
My God,
wrong
stood
with this
up
particular
and-
situation. And yeah,
Andrew,
into that.
Shit, I don't know.
With Parkland,
I just peed on myself.
we've talked about this multiple times, where there's a lot of failures that went into play into that shooting. One of them being that law enforcement didn't do their job. They didn't pick up this kid when they should have, or the school didn't report them as a violent offender when they should have.
Well,
His parents knew, like the people that he was staying with
There's a lot
knew
of
that he was. Yeah, there was a lot of warnings with this kid.
Oh.
It's not like nobody knew it was coming.
No, you're incredibly right. They even moved past the admin errors done by police departments before, whoever was investigating before, just the initial first response to the incident.
Mhm.
I have been an active shooter. I have been in that firefight before. There is no, I'm on a stage. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
Resource officer, you have a very, very limited scope as to what your job is. and a school shooting's going down, and you're just gonna wait outside, like.
Right. That must have pissed you off, especially being, a cop yourself. Like that should have like upset you when you found out about it. Not only that, it wasn't one cop. I think it was up to 3.
It was the initial responding officers were told to hold.
Yeah.
And that is just, one of the things that we trained on heavily, especially after my incident several years ago, was if you're by yourself, you're waiting for one more person to go.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? I understand that. But if you're also somebody who has a med kit, has an AR, has weapons, has the ability, dude, every second you away is potentially one more life that is just getting spent right in front of you. Yeah.
And I just saw a live video today with one of the Parkland survivors, one of the pro gun guys, which they were talking about how disgusting it was that the brother to one of the murdered kids wasn't able to speak his mind. He wasn't invited to any of the talks. He wasn't able to say what he had to say. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that was brought up with that is the only reason Nicholas Cruz stopped shooting was his gun jammed.
Yep.
Stovepiped.
Yeah. And he didn't know how to clear a stoppage. No. So,
it's crazy, man. The way that shooting went down, pulling the fire alarm, pulling everyone out into a choke point, that is,
it takes planning. You have to think about it.
It takes a lot of planning, but it absolutely blows my mind because school resource officer, again, like, yeah, you have to patrol the school. Yeah, you have to patrol certain areas. But, even I'm thinking about my high school in particular. Mm-hmm. I know that the guys there, if shots were popping off one end of the school, it would not have taken waiting for more units to sit there and wait for SWAT to respond.
Exactly.
Run your ass across the school. This opens up Pandora's
move your
box.
Fat ass.
Exactly. This opens up Pandora's box for me because even like seeing, my brethren police officers who duties belts look like fucking hula hoops. Like, bro, you're gonna be my backup. You're gonna save my life when I'm screaming for my life. Like,
yep.
Oh,
yeah. But fuck you, dude.
But here's the thing, we speak on everything as a veteran type of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because vets. Shots are fired, dude. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's part of.
We're running towards the sound and figuring out what the fuck's up.
It's muscle memory. We're shooting. We're running towards it. Some officers think like that, and I work for the sheriff's department, so understand where a lot of these officers are coming from, and I talk to a lot of them about it, and they don't have the same mindset. They're more like, we're gonna wait for backup. We're not gonna do shit.
Yeah, let's wait for SWAT.
Let's wait for SWAT.
Yeah.
Fuck, you don't need SWAT, man. If you're trained enough to go in there and handle a situation, get in there and fucking handle it, man. If you're going in there and shooting back at somebody, that limits his options.
Exactly.
Shots fired are limiting his options. Period. This guy's just willy-nilly shooting in a school. If you fire at him, boom, he's ducking. He's trying to find out who's shooting at him. He's scared at that point. So as long as you're limiting his options, you're giving other responders a chance to come in and help.
Oh, you're exactly. Even
exactly.
When Columbine, when those guys tried to make entry into the school, there was a firefight outside between them and the school resource officer, and that's where they expended a lot of their ammo. Was in that firefight. At which point, that guy was using his radio. Columbine's a completely different scenario, comparing apples to oranges here, but that officer saved lives.
Yep.
Because again, once you delay his process, he's going to take cover.
Exactly.
Yeah, and like any of these shootings, if you look at them, as soon as they start taking rounds at them, they usually drop their weapon or they end up being dead like soon after that. As soon as somebody starts shooting back,
yes,
that's just the end of the story.
They're cowards. They're not fighting any type of war. They're not in a battle. They're slowly picking on those who are weaker than them. It's a power thing. That's what it's all about. Yeah. They felt like they had no more power. So they felt as though the only way to get power is to get a weapon, bring it on the school, and just start shooting people. It's a power thing. But my biggest problem is not even in the sense of the lack of training when it, that's a whole nother subject. The biggest thing I see is the fact that they had warnings. It seems like almost every school shooting that they publicized, there was warnings about it. There was warnings and warnings and warnings, and no one took it seriously. No one put the pieces together. That's where the problem is, because if it's not a gun, someone's going to start Googling how to make bombs, or they're going to start throwing fucking blades down the hallway. Like, if you want to
Ninja Stars.
find a way. Yeah.
It's the same thing that happened in Sutherland Springs. The FBI
Yeah.
do their job. Just like with
Well, the Air
FBI
Force didn't
do their
yeah.
job. The police didn't do their job. And you know what? I back the blue 1,000%. I mean, everyone knows that. You guys all know
Yeah.
that. I mean, two of my best friends have worked in law enforcement.
My
So-
husband.
That's my
Which one, me?
wife.
Oh, that one?
It-
No.
Yeah, that's my
exactly, and the point is like we support you guys. We always will. We always have. But it's the same thing in the military. And if you fuck up on your job, like you got to admit you fucked up.
Oh, you're damn right.
But none of these departments are willing to do that though.
No.
Yeah, here's one of the issues I have on my job. So there'll be some dude acting up, and I'm that guy that always just wants to go in and fucking handle it. I'm like, fuck this guy, pretty much. Let's go in and fucking handle this.
He's covered in poop, Michael. Go get him.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm
Number
like,
one man with the
why are
shield.
we allowing this guy to fucking drive the dialogue? And he has nothing to say at this point. Either we're going in or we're not. There's two options for this guy. You're gonna fucking stop or we're coming in. Well,
Right.
we're gonna talk to him a little bit. You know, sometimes that happens because it's diplomacy within the department.
Do that
But-
voodoo.
Me,
Yeah,
I did verbal judo,
Verbal judo?
verbal judo,
Verbal judo, yeah.
for IPC skills.
Yeah.
You know, we try to use those skills.
Communication.
But me and my military mindset still, I'm the type of guy I'm like, fuck this guy. Let's go in
Fuck this motherfucker.
and disable his ass.
Mhm.
Oh, we can't do that. You know, all right. So we're going to wait. So, but we end up going in and we end up, stopping the freaking issue. But
Yeah.
these officers out here, when it comes to these shootings, need to really stop trying to worry about what social media and every other media outlet's going to say. You're in there for a reason. You're in there to protect the kids.
Yeah.
Eliminate the threat, period.
Yeah.
Eliminate them.
But no one's there to protect them when you think about it.
Yeah.
When an officer fucks up, what happens is they get the hammer slammed down on them because of social media. So
Yep.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the departments are not defending their people properly. And that's why they're terrified. That's why I feel like there's so much more like, officer and personnel like crimes. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. No one's taking care of these guys. And
No.
that's why they're fucking terrified as shit. And honestly, I would never want to be a cop for that reason.
Well, it's
Yeah, especially in today's climate, it would be very difficult. There's too much politics you have to play
right
right now. I mean, Nick could allude to it, I'm sure.
I will say this. I remember being in a fist fight in a shopping mall. I'm screaming for help. The guy ended up breaking my radio cable, screaming for help. You know what the closest person they was doing? Filming me.
Recording it. Yeah.
Yep.
Screaming for help. This guy was trying to pull my gun. Like he was. I mean, it was a hockey fight. I'm literally just holding on, waiting for my backup to get there.
Yeah, the minute the minute he pulls your gun, that's deadly force. So you can counter that with that. But
Speaking about that, there was an incident in Pennsylvania that happened, I believe, 2 weeks ago, where a guy was high on PCP, was destroying the officer, trying to grab the officer's pistol, license to carry, or a concealed handgun license owner, and ended up firing upon the suspect, shot him in one shot, shot him in the chest in one shot. Guy dropped down. His family is now suing her. Is suing her, is suing the department, suing the police officer for for no reason. Like, fucking people are pieces of fucking shit these days.
It's really interesting you say that, because I've seen a couple of memes about this, where somebody's holding a sign is that my kids shouldn't worry about robbing a place and getting shot.
Oh God.
I've seen that sign. I don't know if it's fake or what, but I mean, it's kind of that mentality that's going around. It's like, dude, if you're stupid enough to break into somebody's house, not knowing if they have a gun or not, that's on you. I'm sorry. Like, you were stupid.
And it goes into the whole victim mentality.
Very much so.
From the from the last administration. So it was always pushed that a certain race of people are the victims. So it's okay for you to rob somebody, and if they do wrong to you, you are the victim. You can kick in their door, and if you get shot, you are the victim because you didn't have a gun, and they don't have a right to defend themselves with a gun.
Coy actually tagged me in a meme about that. What was it, 2 weeks ago that you sent that to me, Coy? Another way that I could get banned on Facebook. It said liberal mentality. Everyone else is in the wrong. and conservative mentality. Conservative mentality, blame the people who are doing the wrong. So everyone likes to be like, I think that own up to your own issues. I've always said that. I'll own up to mine. I'm a fat ass.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did.
You're huge.
Sorry, I was gonna say this is a good point to kind of transition to our next topic, which is Starbucks and what's happened.
Oh, I got
with
so much to say about
this.
this.
Is it because you're black?
I've got.
Mike went to Starbucks earlier today.
How do you?
I think honestly, I'm probably gonna be the one that's more upset about this than the Mike is, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Have you seen my hair? I'm
Anyway, so
good
Starbucks
hair.
is going to be closing 8,000 stores on May 29th to conduct racial bias training.
You know how
right?
many stores they have, by the way?
Yeah, it's a lot. They're going to lose like millions of dollars for that one day.
No, but I mean, how many stores do they have in general? How come they're only picking 8,000 and like? I
wonder if that you're making a good point, because I wonder if that's particular stores in certain areas. I wonder.
Right, but go on. I'm sorry.
No, like continue with your thought process. It's interesting.
No,
so.
in my mind, I think this is a PR thing as well, because it's only 8,000 stores, and I'm sorry, they don't have to close their damn stores to deal with the death by PowerPoint like we do in the military. You know what I mean?
So it's actually there's 13,000 Starbucks stores in the United States.
Okay. So
okay, 8,222 are company owned, and the remaining 5,708 are licensed. So pretty much all their company stores, except for 222, are
like
shut
those
down.
that are like on bases and things like that, or
maybe that's probably
okay.
That might be the smaller ones that aren't legitimate chains. So like they're basically closing down all their stores on May 29th.
So here's
what that's coming down to.
Here's the question I have to ask. So everyone's up in arms about, this Starbucks racial profiling bullshit. But I guarantee there is no video of the manager saying, I want these fucking black dudes out the fucking store.
No, I doubt that it is, but it's the point that they were black and they were in the store waiting. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Okay, so the original story was that they were real estate guys waiting on a client.
They were waiting on a client. I think who in the video he looked to be white.
They didn't look like no fucking real estate agents. But that was
you never know. Maybe they were up and comers.
They were in there wearing fucking Timberlands and Sean John. They weren't in there fucking being.
I just think look, I'm gonna say my piece about it is like, look, if this is in fact what happened, like if this is exactly the way the left is portraying it, then it's fucked up. And I'm gonna say it straight out, it's fucked up. Nobody should be harassed for just waiting in a fucking store. I don't care if they were wearing Timberlands and Sean Johns, whatever. If they look sketchy as shit, I'm just saying you shouldn't have done that.
Okay, here's the thing. If I owned a Starbucks here in Austin, and I said, you can't come in here to use the bathroom or sit and use our internet for free without buying something. You can't sit here. And you don't buy something, and then my manager that I hired comes up and tells you, hey, you can't sit here without buying something, and you don't leave. Guess what?
Trespassing.
You're trespassing.
Yeah. Look, I agree with that. If that, like I said, if that's what happened, I mean, it's one of those things of like each side having their own story. Like,
even
if that's what happened, then fine, that's what happened. You know, they didn't buy anything. They wanted them to leave. They didn't leave. They got arrested. Fine, end of story. But if it's not, the reason that they were called was because they were just sitting there, then that's fucked up. And I say that's wrong, and you have to call it out for such. That's all my point of it was, is that I think it.
One thing Starbucks does, and I've answered this call a million times where I've had to kick someone out of Starbucks, especially like in mall areas. Like, they have free internet. People are going to sit there and just take up chairs as a business
all day.
Like, you're going to sit in my store. Anyways. The amount of people I've kicked out of there, never once did they say, I'm not leaving. They're like, oh, okay.
No, I mean, usually they say I'll leave.
Yeah, but now here's the thing, when a business who has the right to refuse says something like that, like, we want them out of here. Hey guys, I'm sorry. You're not purchasing anything. You're not doing anything. They want you to leave. I'm not leaving. Okay. They want you to leave. You got to leave. I'm not leaving. Okay. Well, you're under arrest for criminal trespass then. Like, you're refusing to leave. Like, it, again,
Yeah.
I'm sure that I could see this story going both ways, where they were told to leave because they were suspicious and black. You know what? That's bullshit. But
caught while being black, basically.
and
like,
that
if that's the case, then everybody deserves to be mad at this.
Oh,
like,
totally.
I get that.
And that is absolute bullshit. And me as a responding officer, I'd say, you want them to leave because you're black? Hell no. You tell them to leave. I'm not telling them that. You get the fuck out. But on the other hand of it, if they were whatever they were doing, they were there long enough for the management to take notice. And that's an issue, especially in Starbucks. That is a revolving door constantly. Like, show me a Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that sit there for hours on end, and I know I've done it when I was in school. And my buddy David, he does it all the time too. And we're older guys. We're not like young college kids, so they don't know what we're doing. And my buddy can look like a fucking homeless dude sometimes when the way that he goes down. He's grown like long ass beards, long hair.
Did you say he looks like a homeless dude by the way he goes down?
Hey.
Yes, but that's just the way it goes down, is what I meant to say.
Hey,
I'm sorry. He's like, we're just
Don't
blowing
get me
hobos
excited.
over here and whatever. Anyway,
DJ.
Point being is, the whole thing is kind of messed up. Either way it goes down, like, look, they were right if they were criminal trespassing, but if they were just called on because they were being suspicious and black, that's wrong.
Also, what time of day did this happen at? Day, night?
It was day. It was in the middle of the day.
Yeah, three.
Oh, in the middle of the day?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be at work?
That's wow.
They were meeting a client. That's the whole reason they were there.
I think Kai's racist ass.
I'm not racist. My roommate's black.
Okay, so Leah, what do you think of this? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I can definitely go both sides on that. I feel like I go to Starbucks all the time, everywhere I go. I have the app. I get free shit all the time because I go there so often. I don't commonly see, this is going to sound well, not racist, whatever. I don't see many black people in there. I don't. Like, I see a lot of white basic bitches. I see a lot of
Starbucks after.
It's a natural habitat.
There's a lot of business transactions that happen there all the time.
Yeah.
People in suits, people not in suits. Shut the fuck up. So anyway, I go there all the time too. I did a lot of my studying there, and I would sit there for hours and hours and hours on end. And again, like, I agree that it takes a lot for them to notice you there. However, at the same time, they are black, so they are going to be way more noticeable in a Starbucks. So I feel as though it could definitely be racial profiling.
Yeah. Okay, so what if those black dudes had on Uggs and skinny jeans?
I mean, maybe if they appeared to, I was gonna say, if they were gay black men, I don't think they would be
girls would
as
probably be
dangerous
like,
looking to them. I guess.
Tell me, how does my hair look? You know that. That will probably happen.
Queen, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my theory on it. I think that may or may not have been planned.
Oh,
it's just kind of weird how this little town in Philly or Pennsylvania made this much fucking outrage in the country.
And that is a very, very good point.
Very small place.
But that is a very good point. We dealt with this a lot in Atlanta, especially around the racial riots and everything. There's a lot of tension in Atlanta, and people would, like, we'd be eating in Chick-fil-A, and people would purposely come and sit down next to us and start saying, "Hey, fuck you, pig." And then you see people across the restaurant filming. People did that. They would set stuff up like that, or they would do something, do an overt lane change in front of you, so you would pull them over just so they could call you racist, and they'd have their phone recording. And all you do is I'm just enforcing fucking traffic laws, dude. That's a very good point, Mike. I mean, honestly, and what sucks that society's at this level. We don't know if people are fucking baiting to make a statement, or if these are just guys who are just hanging out waiting for their friend, who are just the man at Starbucks, a fucking dickhead.
Right. And
thank you, Black Panther movie. Wakanda.
Wakanda.
I mean, I wish honestly, I wish it wasn't like that. That's just the way that our country is right now. But
that's very unfortunate, but
everyone wants their 15 seconds. Was it 15 minutes of fame?
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody
they had
wants
15
that.
seconds, like Kai.
Okay.
15 seconds.
Right. Speaking of 15 seconds of Kai, I have something I want to share with our fans. Kai did a video with a combat veteran recently. I'm not going to show the Ferrari one because he was in a Ferrari recently too. So it was very funny watching him try to get in there.
Did anybody else wonder if they actually had to lube Kai up to fit into the Lamborghini? Like,
I wondered that too.
I hope that's videotaped.
Oh my!
So anyway, I'm gonna play Kai's portion of the video. Or at least part of it. I know, right? Look at him. Look at him.
Hey,
Anyway, okay.
Further, just
And you would be wearing a Taco Tuesday shirt. You're not Mexican, bro.
Okay, I'm playing.
It was hot.
I just want to hear you say.
It was a hard 3-month deployment. I was a hard 3-month deployment. I mean, I was just hard the whole time.
Wait, go
My
back.
service weapon was this M16 rifle, aka.
Started
From what beginning? From like right here?
The beginning.
There's a
Oh, okay, fine.
All,
My service
there we go.
weapon
Let's just
was
play
an
the video.
M4 assault rifle.
My
Okay,
service
we'll play the whole
weapon
thing.
was
Do
an
a little
M16.
commentary, so-
It's basically the same.
I can't hear it.
You know what?
I don't know what's going on.
It is the same
Shit.
as the AR.
Oh, hang on, I got you.
You are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on Earth. You are not even human
back.
fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic
You're
pieces
fine.
of amphibian shit.
United States Army veteran.
I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. Hoorah! I served in the Navy.
Saw, dude. I'm at the U.S. Air Force. I was a 92 Mike mortuary affair. You stab him, we slap him.
I was an 1171 water dog.
I was collecting semen. I was a seaman. Surrounded by a bunch of Marines. Hoorah!
That makes me physically ill!
Semper Fi.
So I was deployed to Aviano Air Force Base, Italy.
I was stationed in Camp Victory, Iraq, 2015.
Hey, Papi Chulo!
Is that Navy guy?
Yeah, I was deployed to Okinawa, Japan. Let me tell you about this. A lot of people die from dehydration out there. I did my part.
So I was stationed in Arif John, Kuwait. It was hot. The Marines were hot. It was a hard 3-month deployment. I was a hard 3-month deployment. I was just hard the whole time.
My service weapon was this M16 rifle, aka the AR-15. I know what this weapon can do.
I had fun last night, Papi Chulo.
I think this is an AR-47.
Service weapon? No, I was a water dog. I use a lot of chlorine. Chlorine ain't no joke. Ask Assad.
This is an AR-15 Glock. Daniel Craig's fine ass used this in 007. Have you seen his ass in a fucking suit? Oh my god.
It's basically the same thing. You know what? It is an AR-15. You have the barrel here, the trigger here, the bump stock, deadly here. Look at the sights. Just like an AR-15 rifle.
I've seen what these AR-15s can do by real Marines, like my father.
With this being an AR-15, no one should have one.
And there's no reason anybody needs one of those things in their house.
And there's no reason anyone should have an AR-15. They almost kill as many babies as Planned Parenthood.
I'm a U.S. Navy veteran, and I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yes, Queen.
I'm a U.S. Air Force veteran, and I know so.
And trust me, I know I've had 3 abortions.
Trust me when I say I am a U.S. Army veteran. I know what I'm talking about.
All right, we're done. Okay, we're done. Yeah. So. Hey, what's up, guys? Somebody call for the Coast Guard? Get out of here,
No Coast Guard.
All right, guys. God damn. Fuck.
All right, you can't stop it now.
I just wanted to show you your little mess up there, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that was.
There was a lot. We're gonna release the blooper reel later.
Oh,
had fun
I
with
wanted
that
to
last
show that little
weekend.
one there. It looked like a lot of fun. You know, definitely check out his stuff. A combatveteran.com. I guess he has shirts.
My God.
Right. We should have a new video for ATP coming out soon.
You're goddamn right we will.
Yes. It's coming
so
out
you guys
soon.
will probably see that. It's coming out soon. But anyway, that's it for our time today. I want to thank Leah for coming on and hanging out with us and talking sexual things for the first 15 minutes of this episode.
You
Whenever
gave
you
a
want
bunch
to
of fucking
stuff again, make
words.
sure you hit me up. I'm down.
I'm gonna hit you up like hell. You better answer.
Right.
Down, but Nick will be down on his knees.
Goddamn right. Eating like the groceries, boys.
Get my number, boo boo.
So-
Hey.
Where can everybody find you at? Do you have any pages that you'd like to plug at this time?
I don't want anyone to find me. Other than Nick,
Okay.
but he knows where I'm from.
Other than Nick. Other than Nick.
That's my girl right
Well, okay, Kai, take it away for our plugs.
All right, guys. So if you like your meat in your mouth like Mike does and the Sailor Boy over here on the left, you're right. Anyways, if you like meat in your mouth, check out brain fart. If you like meat in your mouth, check out grillyourassoff.com. Use promo code the Hooch for 15% off. Just rub the meat, just put it all up in your mouth. And if you guys like the clothes that we're wearing, or a shirt, this shirt, check out AmericanTriggerPullers.com. Use promo code the Hooch, 15% off your order as well. I mean, shit, you might have some great guys making these shirts. I don't know. Anyways, guys, we love you. Oh, Nick, you want to do yourself a selfish plug too?
Freedom Sauce.
Freedom Sauce?
Yeah, Freedom Sauce.
My name is Jeff.
Freedom Sauce.
My name is Jeff.
On the Instagram.
Yeah, guys, hey, check out American Trigger Pullers. We're going to be putting out some pretty cool stuff here in the next few weeks.
Yeah, guess what? I actually work for them now. What up?
You also see a pretty intense video coming very soon.
With those guys, yeah.
No. If I could high five you through the computer, I would right now, Koi.
Is this that porno you were telling me about?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, baby,
It's me and Freedom. Me and Nick.
Baby, don't you listen to him.
I'm oil drilling the fuck out of him.
Ain't no thing.
Video.
Ain't no thing. Don't worry about it, baby.
Well, there's that. Anyway, as always, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Mixer, all of your favorite streaming platforms. And as always, check out, our iTunes and Stitcher and all of those other podcast platforms to listen to us when you can't watch us. Anyway, we love you, America, and we're
out.
Thanks for having me.
I don't know what to do with my hands.